Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I just wanted to get on here and give out a little message. I just jumped up out of bed and was like, I got to go meet the collective. I can only do this at certain times, but I never know when that certain time is going to be. So when I get an opportunity, I have to take it. Obviously, to be able to even try to give these messages, I have to, clear and ground and, have the right environment. I can't really have people around. I don't like to have people around. So it presents kind of an issue when you have a lot of roommates, as I do. So I don't have a lot of roommates, but I do have roommates. And so I'm not complaining at all. I'm just kind of explaining my situation, so maybe it makes more sense, of why I can't constantly send out these videos. I would like to, but I also have a life, unfortunately. No, fortunately I have a life. Unfortunately, it's not really exactly what I want it to be right now, but we'll get there. I feel for sure of that. So maybe you're going through a similar situation where you're not exactly where you want to be. I just want to encourage you to hang in there. I promise it gets better. My situation's definitely gotten better in so many ways. And patience is a virtue. And so just be as patient as you can and be grateful in the process. And I promise things will turn around for you in no time. I'm going to ring the bell. And shuffle the cards just a little bit more. And then we'll get into this message. I don't know what it's going to be about. I'm as excited to find out as you are. I really like doing this early in the morning. I really do. Early in the morning or late at night. But not too late, because I go to bed like at 8 o'clock. So let's go ahead and see what the message is for my collective today. I think 3 cards is enough to start. The lighting is off in here, but we'll do our best. Oops. So, do you remember the Knight of Wands that we were talking about a couple readings back? Remember, he was immature and he was impulsive. He had a hot temper. He was rebellious and he was also charming. And I said it feels like a psychopath energy. Well, as predicted, we have the World card here next to the Knight of Wands. A closing of a cycle, signaling completion. To this Knight of Wands and his shenanigans. Next we have the Eight of Swords. So this Knight of Wands now could be restricted in some way. Trapped. I really hate to see anybody in Eight of Swords energy. Don't you? But there's been some sort of closing of a cycle of what this immature, hot-tempered Knight of Wands was doing. Remember what he was doing? Messing with people. The Moon. Yeah. Illusions. Confusion and secrets. That's how you know it's not of God. If you're confused about it, the devil is the author of confusion. The Star. Healing. Inspiration. Faith. Hope. Oh. And then we have the Justice card. The number 11. Yeah. Consequences. Whatever he was doing, he's gonna have to answer for it now. I say he, but it could be a she. Then when we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah. She's a passionate, determined person. Determined, self-assured, confident, charismatic. That could be you. Then we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, a dispute. There was maybe some bullying, conflict, arguments, stress in this situation. Yeah, you're going to have to pay for bullying somebody. You just can't go around bullying people and expect to never have to pay the piper. Seven of Swords. Hiding and avoiding, lying and trickery, deception, cunning. Yeah. Dang, Knight of Wands. Yeah, there will be consequences. You know, lying, trickery. It's not what we're about. You know what I'm saying? It's not what we're going to put up with. And if we are the type of person that was ever engaging in this type of behavior where we're lying to people, we're tricking people, we're running around immature and unhealed, that's not what we are anymore. That's not what we aim to be. People can change. I know that for a fact because I have changed so much that you wouldn't even know I'm the same person. I never was running around like this Knight of Swords being rebellious and trying to charm people out of their money. That's not here, but it was in a previous reading, and I think that this connects to it. I was never a romance scammer, let me put it that way. But I was immature, actually. I was hot-tempered. I was impulsive. I was all of these things. I made a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of damage to myself, to my family, my good family, to my, my kid. I made a lot of mistakes, but I've changed, and you can change too. You can heal. You can become a positive, productive member of society. You can start getting along with people. It all starts with you, though. You're not going to find that type of change just sitting on the counter one day, pick it up and walk off and everything's good. You have to really go within. You have to become the hermit for a little bit. You have to start looking at your past choices, and you have to start seeing where the brokenness is inside of you that made you choose to associate with people like this Knight of Wands. You have to find out where that comes from. And then when you're able to find out why you have behaved the way that you have or made the mistakes that you've made, then you can correct that behavior by looking at why and going, okay, well, this is why. Because I didn't grow up right. Because I was never taught anything. And then you can correct that. You can fix that to the best of your ability. You and God together can heal that. And once you heal all of the stuff that was broken, and it may be things you didn't even break. I did not cause my issues, my social anxiety, my whatever it was inside of me that made me want to do drugs, whatever it was inside of me that made me want to pick bad men. That wasn't my fault. I didn't do that to myself. That happened before. That was my mom. That was my dad. That was my family. That was things that happened to me when I was a child that I had no control over. What I do have control over, though, once I become conscious and aware that I'm a broken person, I am able to have control over what I do about it. Becoming conscious and aware is a thing all in and of itself. It's very hard to do. It's very hard to do, especially when you are so unhealed and you're walking around in your South Node. But I believe you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. Shoot. I was a holy ass mess. I was a hot mess. I mean, I'm talking about just unhealed and bleeding all over everybody. I was. Look, Six of Cups. It says nostalgia, memories, past. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's in the past, though. It's in the past. People can change. People can heal. They can. They can, but you have to want to do it. You have to want to do it. You have to want to heal. I wanted to heal so bad that, and still want to heal so bad, I don't think about anything else. It's hard for me to even sit down and watch a movie anymore. And I used to watch TV constantly. Wasn't a good thing. But I can't even sit down and relax and watch a movie because I want it so bad, and I'm so concerned with not repeating my mistakes from the past that it's all I think about. It's all I think about. What else does a collective need to know, please, Spirit? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, harvest, rewards, results, growth, progress, patience, planning, focus. I love you, Holy Spirit. I love that. Yeah, it's a message to you through me of just, you're making it. You're doing it. The patience. You're trying. You're focusing. I love that for you. The Five of Wands. Conflict and ego. Competition and rivals. Aggression and tension. Just because I'm doing better in my life doesn't mean you have to hate me. Especially if you were doing better than me before I started doing better in my life. Why are you going to hate me now? Now we're just even on the even. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting closer to where you are, so you have to digress. Digress? Is that what? I still don't know what that word means, but yeah. There is no room for competition or rivalry. None. None. The Devil. Obsession, addiction, toxicity, excess, codependency. I'm so glad I got rid of the devil energy in my life. I am. I am. Everything's a balance. Everything must be balanced. So when you have too much of this on this side and not enough of this, and your scales get unbalanced, that's the devil. And it can be anything. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be drugs all the time. It can be sex, food, TV, tarot. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's not balanced in your life gets into this devil energy. And it's not good. It's not good. Tell me more, please. The Ten of Cups. Yeah, happiness, family, harmony, emotional stability. Yeah. You can't have harmony, you can't have a happy family if you're out of balance. If you're in devil energy. This Knight of Wands was definitely in a lot of devil energy. Is in a lot of devil energy. But I mean, I really see that maybe that's gonna... I feel like this Knight of Wands is gonna do better, you know? So maybe he's not a psychopath, because I don't really think psychopaths change. I think they stay psychopaths. I think they stay narcissists, you know? So maybe it was just an immature person who didn't know any better. Didn't know how to do any better. There's a difference in, okay, knowing better and knowing how to do better. You can know better and not know how to do better, and that's a problem. That's a real problem. I think that's where I was a lot of my life. I think I knew excuse me. Ooh, a little bit of cough this morning. But yeah, I knew better most of my life. I just didn't know how to do better because nobody ever showed me. It's okay to need to be shown. You know? It's okay to not know how to do things. It doesn't make you stupid. It doesn't make you less than. It just means you don't know how to do them. That's all. Everyone has to learn. And some of us weren't taught. Ace of Cups. New love, new feelings. Intuition, spirituality. It's a beautiful, beautiful process even. But it's a beautiful road to go down. It is. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. Insecurities. Boundaries and limits. That's what you need to have. That's what you need to have. Especially with this devil energy, to get out of this devil energy, this excess, to balance things back out. You really do. You're going to have boundaries and limits. And if you have to impose them on yourself, impose them on yourself. Set some limits, some boundaries for what you're willing to let other people go through by being a, you know, like your family, being people who have to witness and even suffer some of your consequences for being an unhealed jackass. So you let yourself go through all that, but if you let yourself go through all that, it's one thing, but look at it like you're letting your family go through that, because they do feel it. It does affect them. You know, just something to think about. Thanks for watching my video. I hope that it helped, and I'll see you around.